Hey, Monk.
What can I do for you? I sure am glad to see Z returned unharmed.
Were you worried for her?
Dear boy, are you serious? Why, a droid of that caliber is a rare thing in this galaxy. Well, you gotta look after them when you find them.
Till next time, pal.
Get you another brimmer?
Oh, I'm not in the mood to drink.
Didn't you hear the news? Cal snatched Z back from that raider base.
Doesn't change things for me. Empty pockets, empty spot beside me.
Can't help you there, Big Wheel. But let me know if you'd like me to see to that empty glass.
Will do, Monk.
You and that Nautilin are getting pretty chummy.
Cage? More like a mutually beneficial business partnership.
I don't trust her.
I don't either. But the entire galaxy either wants me dead or strapped to an interrogation chair.
Well, we don't want that.
Quite the selection. Let's go for this track. So you ended up on Kuat. Shipyards must have some interesting sounds.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Filthy soundscape. Real solid samples. Things got really going when I met Dee Dee, though.
You found them in the shipyards?
That's right. I used to hang out at this monitoring station just listening to the yards. I caught Dee Dee here jamming on some recordings.
Dee Dee was already making music when you met?
Hell yeah. This little droid's got this natural gift. No other way to put it. He just needed the right opportunity. There has to be a few more tunes out there for you to bring to me.
So what happened to your smuggling operation?
The Galactic Empire. Not long after the end of the Clone Wars, the Empire cracked down on my shipping operation. It ruined everything. Many of my associates saw the relative safety of the huts. Good riddance. Most of them were snakes anyway. But some of them... I lost people I didn't expect to lose.
I'm sorry, Moran. That's rough.
No, I'm sorry. I seem to have forgotten asking for your pity.
All right, then.
It true then? Nicked that droid back from the Raiders, did you?
I don't think we met.
Oh, lass. Sorry about that. Came at you like a rock, I did. Call me Har. Been here longer than any of these greenhorns. Except Doma, and Gulu, and Guido, and old Toll, of course. But, she's... Blast, there I go again. Cal, is it?
Right. This is BD.
Damn fine to meet you two. Damn fine. Hey, mate.
I might have located another meditation chamber, Cal.
Where?
Inside the Valley Silo. No one's been inside for some time, but there are rumors. I cannot believe what almost happened to Z.
Things worked out okay in the end.
Thank the stars that you could help her. Back in school, one of the archival droids was destroyed in a power surge. At the time, all I could think about was how much it screwed up my holoprints. How blind I was.
Don't beat yourself up. We're all figuring things out day by day. How you feeling, Z?
Much improved, Cal, now that I am far from that ghostly ship.
It's seen better days, that's for sure.
The same could be said for the entire galaxy, could it not? But it is heartening to see that some bright spots yet remain.
That's why we keep fighting.
Indeed. I must say, I see vestiges of the Order, my Order, in you and your companions. It is most heartening.
Sometimes you know just what to say.
Care to see what I've found?
Here you go.
Excellent selection!
You returned in one piece.
You sound surprised.
You do have a knack for getting into trouble.
Yeah, but Bode has a knack for keeping me on the right side of blaster fire.
A useful quality in a friend. I see you brought the droid back.
It wasn't as easy as we hoped it would be.
Is it ever?
Guess not. How'd you and Mosey get along?
Quite well. She's going to take me hunting sometime. No, you'd scare our quarry away, BB. So much beeping. Be careful.
Good to see you made it back. How's Pyloon's treating you?
It's adorably derelict and entirely unique. If this cantina were on Coruscant, you could quadruple the prices and still have lines out the door.
Any luck with the data pad?
Ask Doma. She's working on it.
Thanks again for your help, Gal.
Don't mention it.
What do you miss most about Coruscant?
Sweet escape. A small piggery just off the main drive. I'd have a car, complexion, and watch commuters rage in the skyline.
Sounds peaceful?
In its way, dear. Maybe you go there sometime. So, how'd you learn metalwork?
Piece by piece. Just sort of happened.
Outstanding! Well, clearly a savant. If you lived in Coruscant, you'd have patrons begging for your work.
I think so. So, why'd you leave Coruscant?
Oh, I had my reasons. Like Coruscant becoming inhospitable to those who didn't question the truth. I didn't wish my abilities to be exploited by a war machine.
The Empire wanted to use your designs?
That's right. I'm an artist, not a propagandist.
What's the difference?
What indeed? Both deal in manipulation, yes. Both traffic in dangerous ideas, but one attempts to make the viewer bigger, and the other, so much smaller.
Well, a lot of places in the galaxy. I'm just glad you ended up on our rock.
Z, where's the best place to catch a sunset on Kobo?
Any place free of raiders.
Always the practical one, aren't you, dear?
So, how are you adjusting to your new life?
Well, all things considered, this cantina and its denizens have been quite welcoming.
Really?
What is your home planet like?
Dathomir. Remote. Quiet. And the light is blood red.
Sounds exciting. I'd very much like to see it someday.
You are an odd one, aren't you?
Yeah, we're getting quite the green thumb, huh, BD? All right, ready to do some gardening?
Your effort gives rise to new life.
Here's your new home. Let's plant this here. Some striking variants here. Here looks good. What do you think of Kobo so far?
It's nice.
But
So many here are starving, hungry for more priorite, more credits, more land. No one is content where they are.
aren't plants the same?
How so?
Well, they're constantly hungry, constantly craving more sunlight, more space.
You have a point.
Wanting more doesn't always mean you're greedy. It just means you'd like to grow.
Wise words. I will keep this in mind as our own garden grows.
All right. You said you're from around here?
Been all over Kobo, but I knew I had to foot slog it back to the Reach when I heard the stories. They say it's been a right barnyard since you arrived.
Word traveled that fast, huh?
If it's privacy you're worried about, mate, don't be. No one listens to old Har. But stop by if you ever want to hear the latest yarns, eh? My eyes, what they are, I couldn't hit a tree with a boulder, but I got ears like a boulevard. Oi, Cal, good to see you.
So why'd you choose to study the High Republic?
You know, I think it is the same reason that people are flocking to Pyloon's saloon. Everyone is excited about the possibility of what Kobo could become. I believe that is the kind of optimism that defined the High Republic.
Maybe you're right about that.
You know, Cal, I think my recent brush with the Raiders has rather altered my perspective.
How so?
My assumption was that these Raiders were unprincipled thieves and brutes. But they aren't lacking in principle or dedication. They have a code. A rotten code. A code all the same.
Maybe that's what makes them so dangerous.
Even in my day, there were those who wrapped their selfish ambitions in a cloak of high purpose. Cough, cough, Dagangera.
I know it's not much, but it's home.
Hush now! This outpost is absolutely quaint. But perhaps it could use a new coat of paint.
Cal, what do you think?
Yeah, why not? I bet people would appreciate it.
I can help you hook up the wiring.
Ooh, it's a date.
You know what this place needs?
A working refresher?
Discipline. Those mouth-breathing raiders just walked in here and made off with Z. I go off planet for 1 second, and the whole place has gone soft. They've got to get it through their heads that I can't be their fearless leader all the time.
People have to learn to defend themselves, Grease. You can't fight their battles for them.
We really took the fight to those raiders. How you feeling?
Excited.
Excited? I didn't know you all were allowed to enjoy that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited too. I can nearly taste the free air of Tanalor.
Almost there.
Stay focused, and we'll finally be able to build something for ourselves. Something to last.
You hear there's a Garako stalking around Dreader Gorge?
Saw it myself. I took care of it.
Ooh, nasty fella. Reminds me of a creature my sister and I hunted on Piranha. Fast, strong, tore through everything in its path.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, lit a fire in me. Pushed myself as hard as I could. Guessing it was the same with you. Garakos. They fight to the bitter end, don't they? Especially when they're injured.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of beasts are like that. I learned the hard way on a family outing once. My first time leading. Tracked a Kivaroa back to its nest. It was killing livestock. No other choice but to put it down. Played the approach perfectly. Found an opening. But my family was watching, so I decided to get a little bit fancy. Lost my concentration. One of his legs slams down, inches away from cracking my spine. Mama pushed it aside in the nick of time. Finished that Kivaroa, no frills.
That's a close call.
Yep. Hey, you corner something, it'll do what it needs to survive. Even when you have the upper hand, never underestimate your prey.
Enjoying the crowd?
I am. I do enjoy a crowded canteen after being out in the wild.
Yeah, me too. Do you always hunt alone?
Not always. For big game, I usually bring a partner or two.
Strength in numbers.
That's right. In a pack, each hunter has their own role. Safer, too. We have a saying from where I'm from. A branch of a grill tree can be snapped in half, but a bundle of branches cannot.
If you hear any more great tunes on your travels, load them up in here.
Cal, I've been meaning to, well, I was a little curt when last we spoke about how my shipping operation was shut down.
Don't worry. I've heard worse.
I really did lose everything, you know? And everyone. That's what brought me to Koba with what few wares I had left. Monk lets me keep my things in the back room. Go on. See if anything suits your fancy. Not like anyone here has credits to spend. Anyhow, I shouldn't take my troubles out on you.
Thanks, Moran. Oh, nice. Rayo. Old friend of Moran's. I saw your things in the back room.
You'll have to forgive the more tasteless ornaments. Some of it used to belong to Drayo, my old partner. A ghastly sense of style.
Another outlaw?
Not when I met him. He was running a perfectly legitimate port in Rhodia. Allowed me to use his docks for my shipments. No questions asked, supposedly. But we got to talking anyways.
Sounds like a nice guy.
He was the genuine article, all right. Probably why things didn't work out between us.
Cal, buddy. You ain't been here long, have you?
No, not long.
Oh, me? I've been on Kobo for most of my life. Came all alone when I was a little sprout. Age of 12, if you can believe it.
Really? All by yourself?
That's right. Heard there was fortune to be had, as long as you ain't a lazy bones. And I jolly well ain't.
So how did the Outpost get its start?
Well, like most good things, it all started with a dream. The vision of one sharp-eyed Walloona named Doma Dendra. Not 2 months after she gets here, but her general store pops into being. And the rest of the outpost didn't take long to follow.
Couldn't have been easy.
Doma looked at the first wild-eyed hooligans on Kobo and saw hard workers. Dreamers like her. A whole bloody community.
I can see why you all stick by her.
That's right. What's there but to follow someone like that, eh? Been seeing you around quite a bit. Thinking about a permanent residence, eh?
I wouldn't count on it, Har.
No shame, mate. You ain't the first to visit Kobo and end up staying for good. Oh, sure, we all had plans to get ours, get lost. But what's the real reason we don't leave?
Well, I actually crash-landed, so my ship wouldn't fly.
We fall in love. In love with Kobo. You're one of us now.
Are you sure you're all right?
Well, I was interrogated by the new leader of the Raiders.
I've heard rumors, and none of them were good. What happened?
I refused to cooperate, so he threatened to reprogram me.
Oh, see, that is so brave of you. How'd you escape?
Cal and Mode arrived in the nick of time and saved me from a terrible fate.
Technically, you saved yourself.
I suppose that's that's true. But you were quite a helpful distraction.
All I know is, you're one tough droid, Z.
I cannot thank you enough. But be careful, please. Dagan Gera is the type to hold a grudge.
Turns out our skills go pretty okay together, huh?
So modest, this one. We pair perfectly, darling. On Coruscant, others would construct my designs. What fun it was to roll up my sleeves and get in there. So, what's next?
Next?
That's right. I'm not done with you yet, Zeke. Not by a long shot. Carl, tell me, have you ever been to Coruscant?
Once or twice.
Winnie says I've gotta go. What's it like?
A lot of ships. A lot of people.
Like one, not the other.
And I adore both. You've never lived until you've danced the night away on a pleasure bar circling the Uskru district.
I'd make the trip just to see that.
Z seems to be back on her feet.
Yeah, she's been through a lot. She's a tough one.
She sure is. Everyone from her time is ancient history, and she just keeps on going.
Think she'll find her place?
I'd say she already has. Not a lot of better places in this galaxy for the dispossessed than a cantina.
When was the last time you talked to Kata?
Oh, I sent her a quick message from Sears Base. Don't worry, she okayed it.
How's she doing?
Not bad. I told her I was bringing her a gift.
What's a gift?
Still figuring that out. You, think Grease's Latero Souffle would survive a hyperspace jaunt? Then I'd better look around.
Gotta hand it to you, Cal. Wherever you go, the action surely follows.
Hey, you wanted customers, right?
That I did. The place is packed. And if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna need a bouncer.
Well, maybe Mosey's looking for some extra income.
Interesting proposition. If I had to put my life in someone else's hands, it'd be Mosey's.
Hell of a job, Cal, dragging that antique back from the Lucre Hulk.
Thanks. You and Marin run into any trouble?
Well, you sure got those raiders tied in knots, but they mostly stayed clear of the Reach. Saw a couple scouts sniffing around, but I think they took a good long look at Marin's dagger and thought twice.
Appreciate you keeping an eye on things.
Ah, no trouble at all.
How you doing, Moran?
Fine. Just enjoying some Turgle free time.
Sounds like you miss having him around.
Miss? Well, let's not get carried away. But he's the only one who attended my illuminating seminar on self-propagating business solutions. One thing you learn about business, a customer is a customer. Even if your customer is Turgle. Well, I'm glad you're all right. We're lucky Turgle hasn't doomed us all by antagonizing the raiders.
Turgle didn't have anything to do with Z's kidnapping.
Well, then why did you bother to rescue her? You hardly know her. If I were at the business end of a Bedlam Raider rifle, you wouldn't soak up a blaster bolt for me.
I probably would.
As I thought you would. Well, that's very decent of you. I'd leave you in the dust. Mind. Nothing personal.
Yep, I figured.
Don't go getting into more trouble, all right?
No promises. Everyone holding up okay, Monk?
Well, we're just fine now. The Raiders might have put a little spook in some of our clientele when they marched in here, but we're made of sterner stuff.
Good to hear. You doing all right?
Cal, my boy, I'll tell you the same thing I told those Raiders.
What's that?
Go ahead and shoot. But know this, you'll be blasting the best bartender on Kobo.
So you've been out of the game completely since the Empire crackdown?
More or less. Not that I didn't go down swinging. When the company went belly up, I insisted I could turn things around. But Dreo, my partner, he wanted to leave together.
So what happened?
Well, he left, all right. But in my infinite wisdom, I decided to stick it out. Try to turn the cards in my favor. I got greedy. I can't tell you how badly I wish I'd gone with him. Instead, I chose what you might call the scenic route to rock bottom. That brings us to this rule-riddled cantina years later.
At least he got out eventually.
Will you take some advice, Cal?
Sure.
It's not just about getting out. It's about getting out before you lose everything.
Do I need more stools? Maybe there's some in the basement.
Ah, Cal, we were just discussing what we should renovate next.
Just lots else to fix around here. Thanks to the raiders, you know.
Yes, of course, but surely we can find something a bit more inspiring for our next project than a water pump.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
So, it looks like we aren't the only ones who found romance on Kobo.
What, Turgle and Two Locked? I don't think that's in the stars.
Come now, Cal. That delightfully dark Maven has been casting wayward glances at you.
Marin? What was the look?
She's a hard one to read. You, however, couldn't be more obvious. So, what are you waiting for?
Good question. A lot going on right now.
Okay, don't get so caught up that you miss the small things. 'Cause those are the things you'll remember.
Zig's right, Cal. I spent most of my life ensnared by opulence. None of that seems very important now.
Come on in, grab a spot at the bar.
Breathe. Healy would know more about these seeds once we plant them. Good job.
You're the one who brought in Ash and the beat droid, aren't you?
How long can we survive until help arrives?
I do not think help will be arriving at all. We are alone.
Got something, buddy? Need to slice this. Good job, BD.
Who?
You're a stranger in these parts. Just looking around.
Well, away with ya! Nothing for you here!
What are you so afraid of?
You can't fool me! You're here for my lights. You're here to kill me! Just like that gang.
I'm not here to kill you.
Away! Away! I won't tell you again, stranger.
You have nothing to fear.
I have nothing to fear.
I'm an ally against the Raiders.
You're an ally. An ally against that gang. In, quickly. You're letting the dust inside.
Are you all right?
You're an ally. An ally against the Raiders. But even allies have secrets, hmm? Much to do. Much to do.
What are you planning to do?
Busy. No, not now, stranger. Let me be. Let me be. Much on the mind.
Strange.
Brother, don't ignore me. You can't stop me. I won't let you! You try, but you won't stop me. Just die!
Killed his own brother. Let's keep going.
What do you think we'll find out here? Hopefully some enemies to kill? That's all you think about?
Let's look. Find something? Let me see. So what'd you find?
It's a sign. Face me. This calls to you.
Winnie is living proof that credits can't buy everything.
Like friends.
Oh, yeah! Oh, you said it.
I'm moving in. That out, Jedi. No problem. You scum! You ready? Look at you go!
We'll get around faster now.